Hello and welcome to the Battle of Asian Glory on DD India. The group stage of the Asia Cup concludes today with a dead rubber in Group A, where India take on Oman, and Super 4 lineup is already sealed with India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh booking their places. But for India, this match is a chance to give their bench strength a valuable game time ahead of the tougher battles. For Oman, it's about gaining vital lessons against full member before hosting the T20 World Cup Asia qualifier next month. Meanwhile, off the field, Pakistan Cricket Board find itself in hot water as ICC is set to take strict action for violating laws in Asia Cup. So let's get started. The International Cricket Council has sent a strong email to the Pakistan Cricket Board over the violation in its players and match officials area before their match against the host UAE in the ongoing Asia Cup at the Dubai International Stadium on Wednesday. It is understood that ICC CEO Sanjay Gupta wrote email to PCB in which he detailed how filming in the PMOA player and match official area was a serious violation. Pakistan's manager carried a mobile phone into the players and match official area, strictly prohibited under the anti-corruption unit's rules, and even recorded a private discussion with Pycroft captain Salman Agha and the coach Mike Hassan. So the violation of rules and laws by Pakistan Cricket Board. And to discuss all this and on the on-field action and the drama of it, I'm joined by former cricketer and renowned commentator Ajay Mehra, and along with my colleague, DD India correspondent Abhishek Mahajan, who is reporting live from Abu Dhabi. Current situation, first coming to you, Ajay. No end of troubles for Pakistan found of violating the important rule in the Asia Cup, filming in players and match official area. ICC is set to take strict action for violating the law. If you talk about this incident, why the Pakistan demanded the Andy Pycroft removal? If you take a look, he was not the issuer of the directive. It may have come from the Asian Cricket Council official who are organizing this event, and also it may have come from some other side. Why were they demanding the removal of Pycroft?
Yeah, Narayan, thank you. First of all, good evening to you and all our viewers as well. I just feel, they're just going over the hill here. Because, Pycroft, as Pakistan were mentioning, he's been supporting India, but nothing like that, because I feel, he's doing his job and in a very right way as well. First of all, you can't be going and filming in the PMO area. That's a very, very serious violation. And why they're doing it, what the reason is, they want to get out, all what's happening there. That can't be done. And that's absolutely, in an international tournament, in an Asia Cup, or whatever tournament it is, multilateral tournament, you can't be doing that. So I think, Pakistan themselves are to be blamed for this, and they are just saying that Pycroft has been favoring India, which is not the case. Many times they mention that he's been the match referee. All match referees get an equal opportunity when you're playing international cricket, and I think Pycroft, for me, what I've seen over the incident, Narayan, he's just doing his job. And yes, see, it depends on country to country, but also coming late for the game, in an international tournament, in a Asia Cup, that can't be done. So I think Pakistan have gone over the hill. They are just crossing the line. They have to really amend the ways, and that were the earliest, Narayan.
Ajay, continue what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel, they have to amend their ways and, at the earliest, and that's going to be important for Pakistan. Because once you're doing all these things, the violations, is really going to affect them in the long run as well. And, all these things are taken note by ICC. It's just not about one game or two games. This will be taken note of. And I think, Pakistan, what they have done, over the last few days hasn't been really auguring well for overall for cricket.
Rightly mentioned by Ajay. And talking about the next, if Pakistan have decided to boycott the Asia Cup, then the drama collapsed into a big U-turn, chewing back their own words. I am also joined by Abhishek. Abhishek, if we take a look the way, first they said that they are going to pull out of the tournament because of the match referee, what he did. He didn't, he prohibited the players from handshaking. So I want to know, they are targeting the match referee. If you take a look, when we see the such tournaments, if you go through the basic nitty-gritties of the cricket, it's he was not just taking the directives from somewhere else. It may be from the board, especially the Asian Cricket Council, or somewhere else. So, do you think it is a right for the PCB to demand the removal of the Andy Pycroft from the match? Why they are doing this? Why this hue and cry?
Narayan, first of all, this is not a rule to handshake. I mean, there's no rule at all. There's no MCC law that you got to handshake. It has happened in tennis before. It has happened in cricket also before. It has happened in badminton. It has happened in football also. I mean, there is no rule as such. And India, Surya Kumar Yadav said it at the press conference also. Two questions were raised by Pakistani media also. And he categorically said, first of all, he dedicated the win to the armed forces. And then he said, that we are completely fully aligned with BCCI and the government of India. And it's not that they had decided impromptu that they are not going to shake hands. It was decided in advance, and it was told by the ACC chairman also to the PCB, and it was told well in advance. It's not that Salman Agha had gone to Surya Kumar Yadav to shake hands and Surya Kumar Yadav denied it. Everyone knew. So why this hue and cry? And the ICC did not bow down to the pressure of the PCB, Narayan, if you see. And like Ajay also said, it's not allowed to film anything inside that area, restricted area, PMO, players and match officials area. You're not allowed to film that. So new CEO of the ICC, Sanjog Gupta, and he has sent an email to the Pakistan, we can tell from our sources that Pakistan might be sanctioned. And mind you, Pakistan had gone late, they had reached late, and match started 1 hour, match was delayed against UAE, and match started at 7:30, the scheduled time was 6:30. So that hasn't come to the light as of now. So, but again, ICC, I mean, they maintained it, and if Andy Pycroft had apologized, then he would not have officiated in that game again in the Pakistan versus UAE. So, and you see in the game also, in the on-field, in the field also, there's a huge gulf between India and Pakistan. The way India played against Pakistan, there was a huge mismatch. There is no competition between India and Pakistan, and it looked like once that Pakistan would not be able to score even 100. Thanks to Shaheen Shah Afridi's cameo, that they scored 120 odd. But again, even if they play against India in the Super 4 stage against between India and Pakistan, then also, I mean, on paper, India look a very, very formidable team. But yes, more troubles for Pakistan, and again, very kiddish and childish behavior, boycotting the tournament. I mean, they were saying they'll withdraw the tournament. There were meetings also held by PCB chairman, former PCB chairman Ramiz Raja, and then Najam Sethi. They held meetings with Mohsin Naqvi, who is the current ACC chairman, who is the PCB chairman also, and who is also the interior minister of Pakistan. So internal meetings were held, and they realized it, that and it was told also to them that they'll have to pay hefty fines, around $16 million, if they boycott the tournament, if they withdraw from the tournament. So, and then they decided to play the match against
Abhishek,
UAE.
a video is also circulating.
Like said, very childish and kiddish behavior by Pakistan.
A video is also circulating where Pakistani cricket board is claiming that the match referee Pycroft has apologized for whatever he has done, but as per the reports and the sources are saying that there is no truth behind such claims by the Pakistan Cricket Board that the match referee is apologizing. So what's the authenticity of this video? Why they are just muting this video if they have guts? Why they are not showing the audio of that video?
Yes. Absolutely, Narayan, you said it right. I mean, it has been filmed. First of all, it's a biggest violation. It's a breach that you can't shoot there, and plus, like you said, there is no audio in that. So, I mean, and Pakistan media is circulating that video. There is no audio in that, so you can't claim. And we can tell from our sources that he did not apologize. Yes, they spoke with each other. Salman Agha was there. PCB chairman was also there. I mean, PCB coach was also, Pakistan coach was also there, Mike Hessen. But again, who can prove that? There is no audio. And if Andy Pycroft has in fact apologized to Pakistan, and then why there is no audio in that? So Pakistan media, like I said, has been circulating it. There is no proof whether Andy Pycroft apologized or not.
Definitely. Actually, I think that the sources are saying that a person who has did nothing wrong, why he will apologize. So Pakistan always trying to get the limelight without no issues. So we can say that whatever they tried to do, post something, they failed in their agenda. Now, some on-field action about today's match. We will go to this match preview, as today India will take on Oman in their final match of the Asia Cup, that is the group stage. With the Super 4 qualification already secured, the men in blue will test their bench strength. Abhishek reporting from the Dubai for this match.
After a high-voltage clash against Pakistan on September 14th, India wrap up their group stage against Oman in Abu Dhabi. With Super 4 qualification already in the bag, this game is about giving opportunities to those who haven't had much time on the field and experimenting with the batting order. Head coach Gautam Gambhir may avoid big changes but expect key players like Jasprit Bumrah to get some rest ahead of Sunday's big rematch with Pakistan. Indian player Kuldeep Yadav said there is no big or small match.
पिच पे उतरते हो तो कोई डिफरेंट नहीं होता, आपके सामने एक बैट्समैन होता है, उसको आप बॉल डालनी है, और इट्स जस्ट द माइंडसेट कि आप चाहते हो कि आप उनके अगेंस्ट बेस्ट करो, और आप चाहते नहीं हो कि आप पीछे हटो कोई भी स्टेप लेने में. तो हमेशा मोटिवेशन यही रहती है कि इनके अगेंस्ट अच्छा करना है.
Oman face India for the first time, and it's a daunting task. Their two games so far yielded scores of 67 and 130, with no batter crossing 30. Against India's formidable attack, they are up against a mountain to climb. But it will be a historic moment for them to play with world champions. India's schedule is intense. 4 matches in 8 days, 5 in 10 if they reach the finals. To manage fatigue, the team skipped training in Abu Dhabi, instead practiced in Dubai, adopting a same-day travel plan. Arrive for the match, return at night, and take Saturday off before the Super 4 opener against Pakistan.
There are overwhelming favourites, but real test lies not in beating Oman, but ensuring that the batters get enough game time ahead of tougher challenges. For Oman, this will be a big chance to measure the progress. With cameraman Kumar Datta, this is Abhishek Mahajan in Dubai for DD India.
The second round of the continental stage, the Super 4, are all set after 8 group games. So far, 4 teams, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, have already made it through to the next phase of the Asia Cup, with the battle set to under from Saturday onwards in Dubai. So now let's take a look at the fixture, India's fixture in the Super 4. First, India will face Pakistan in Dubai on September 21. And after that, the next match of India will be against Bangladesh on September 24. That is also in Dubai. And the third Super 4 match, India versus Sri Lanka, that is on September 26 in Dubai. So India will play all their Super 4 matches in Dubai, and it could definitely will give an edge to the Indian team. Now, from the off-field to some on-field discussion for today's match, India versus Oman. Ajay, coming to you. For India, this could be about getting some of their bowlers match time, some of their middle order and the lower order batters crease times ahead of the Super 4 stage. So, do you think today there will be some changes in the playing 11?
Yeah, I feel so, Narayan, because, 4 of our players have yet to, get a game. If you see the batting lineup as well, 3 players haven't got a batting so far, likes of Akshar Patel or Hardik. So I think, it's going to be important, for all of them to just get a run, because match scenario is always different, Narayan. As a player, I can tell you that you want to be part of a game. The scenario is different, especially with the Super Fours coming up. The next game, again, is going to be against Pakistan. Although I feel, India looks to be a very strong side. Nothing, to say about Pakistan. The batting has been in shambles. It's been Shaheen Shah Afridi who's been getting runs low down the order. So I think, India are looking up the best side in the tournament. But, you want to carry out the momentum. The momentum in a T20 the tournament is so very important. And I feel, likes of Bumrah, he might be rested. You can have Arshdeep for this game. Harshit Rana is also there in the squad. He might also get an opportunity, because this game also, Narayan, is in Abu Dhabi. It's not in Dubai. So the conditions are different. Dubai, we see in dry surfaces. Here, there's a bit of grass as well. I've covered a lot of tournaments out here in Abu Dhabi, and I know that conditions are different. And it's a very open ground as well. It's a very windy, sometimes in the evening time. So it's going to be a different proposition. But as Kuldeep also mentioned, a game is a game, a match is a match. You have to get your best foot forward. And international matches always make a difference. So, the likes of Abhishek Sharma or, Shubman Gill, they like to get some runs as well, especially Abhishek Sharma has been a really good run. I wouldn't surprise even someone like Rinku Singh, who's there in the squad. He also gets a game as well, because this is the time, because Oman, we all know, aren't the strongest side, in international cricket. So it's going to be a big challenge for them. It's going to be a daunting task for them. But on the other hand, India, they can play a few players, give them opportunities, because this is the game where they can give a lot of players opportunities as far as, this Asia Cup is concerned.
Right, Ajay, as you mentioned. Now, talking about this pitch, especially the Abu Dhabi pitch, there is less help for the spinners. And Abhishek, as we know that the pitch, there is less help for the spinners in Abu Dhabi than Dubai. So do you think you have closely watched the practice session of the Team India? So what you took out from that? Today, we will see our pacers, especially we can say that we have two pacers apart from Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh and Harshit Rana. So do you think that whether it will be Arshdeep, who has already taken 99 wickets in the T20 internationals, or Harshit Rana may get a chance, or both of them will play today? What's your take on it?
Narayan, there was an optional training session yesterday, and that was not in Dubai. I'm sorry, that was not in Abu Dhabi, that was in Dubai. So Indian team came today to Abu Dhabi. They'll play this game and they'll go back to Dubai because their stay is there, and they'll take a rest day tomorrow, and then they'll play against Pakistan on 21st. And 9 players had come for the training session yesterday. The likes of Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, among others. They were not part of the practice session. So that's one indication that we might see a few changes today, Narayan. Like you said, Arshdeep Singh, India's most successful bowler in this format of the game. He's on 99 wickets for quite some time now. So he might get a look in place of Jasprit Bumrah. And we might also see Harshit Rana. Like Ajay also said, the wicket here is completely different. There's a bit of grass. Dubai wickets are slow wickets, so there's a bit of grass here. So instead of one spinner, one extra spinner, because mind you, Indian team in the last 2 games, they played 3 spinners, Varun Chakrabarti, Kuldeep Yadav, and also Akshar Patel. So instead of one spinner, they might bring back Harshit Rana, because he got a good run. He was sweating it out in the nets in bowling also and in batting also. And Gautam Gambhir and team management, they have been focusing on giving a lot of throwdowns to the bowlers also in batting. Like Kuldeep Yadav also said that the pre-match press conference, that there's a lot of emphasis on batting also. Although we bat deep now in the T20 format, we bat till 8, but Kuldeep Yadav has said that he's putting a lot of focus, he's putting a lot of effort in improving his batting also. He also got a good run in the batting yesterday at the nets, and Harshit Rana also. So this is one indication that Harshit Rana and Arshdeep Singh, maybe they both play, and in batting also Rinku Singh might be drafted in. But again, like we said, Gautam Gambhir doesn't believe in making wholesale changes. So I mean, 1 or 2 changes we might see, but not wholesale changes. But yes, we might see a rejig in the batting order. Sanju Samson, India's batting coach had said, Sudhanshu Kotak earlier before the Pakistan game, that Sanju Samson would bat in the middle order in 5 or 6. But today we might see if India win the toss and they would like to bat first here, because giving more time, more game time to the batters would be more important. Yes,
Right.
they would easily, we can believe that on paper India are overwhelming favourites, and it won't be much of a problem in beating Oman. So India would might redig the batting order. Sanju Samson, the likes of Sanju Samson might come up the order also. But yes, big opportunity for Oman also, like you said, Narayan. What a big moment, historic moment for them. They'll be playing their first game against the defending champions and the world champions, India.
Right. We can say that the way Abhishek said, a big moment for Oman too, because first time they were playing with the heavyweights of the world cricket. Ajay, if you talk about the Asian teams, right now India is #1 in the T20 rankings. If you take a look at the second best team, that is right now in terms of ranking, is Sri Lanka, that is 7th. And after that, Pakistan at 8th, then Bangladesh, then Afghanistan. Why there is a so big gulf between the India and other teams? We know that the once Pakistan and the Sri Lanka used to be the dominant force. Why they are the diminishing forces right now?
I think both of them, Narayan, are in a rebuilding phase. You see, Sri Lanka looked very impressive in the tournament, but Pakistan have looked out of sorts. The batting has been absolutely very ordinary. I just felt if you have this kind of batting lineup, Pakistan, they should have had Babar Azam in the lineup, because, the bat aren't getting runs at all. It's been absolutely ordinary for them. But Sri Lanka, on the other hand, I think still a rebuilding phase. But the good thing, Narayan, for Sri Lanka is they have someone like Sara Jayasuriya with them. He's a very capable person. We all know what he's done in international cricket. And, you have a man like him with the side. You can see the difference that he's brought into the side. So I feel, Sri Lanka, to me, in this tournament, after India have looked the best side. But, India, on the other hand, Narayan, we are such a quality side. We have got plenty. We have the talent. We have, players come from IPL. We have international players who are doing so well regularly. So, India is looking very formidable. We are the world champions. We're not looking back. We have a really good coach as well, who's making those tough decisions. So overall, yeah, I think, India is a side to beat. Everyone knows that. India, it's going to be very tough for, any team to beat India. I just feel, the second best team for me, Narayan, in this tournament has been Sri Lanka, because just the way they played yesterday as well, beating Afghanistan, they look to be a good side.
Definitely, the second best team of this tournament, Sri Lanka. Definitely, they are in the transition phase, and the way they are just assembling their resources is a good thing. Abhishek, but talking about this Oman side, we know that, as you mentioned, that a historic moment for them. So it is also a learning curve for them when they are playing against a team like India, who is best in the team. They are the defending champions. They are the Champions Trophy. They are the World Cup winners. So how you look this opportunity for this team who never played against India?
Absolutely, Narayan. There are a lot of Indian players also who are part of the Omani team. And yes, they had played the World Cup also last year. They were part of the World Cup that was played in the US and Caribbean. And there were, financial issues. Some players had issues with the board, and some players had to withdraw also. They are not part of the current Omani team. Then they had to rebuild again. Oman is a better side than they have played in this tournament. They didn't do well in the last 2 games that they have played, but yes, they can still do better. They are again on the rebuilding phase, and it will be a big exposure, like you said, playing against India, playing if Jasprit Bumrah plays today, playing the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, and quality spinners, the likes of Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, Akshar Patel. Yes, it will be a big moment for the Omani side. But again, like UAE players also said that they were doing well. If you remember, Narayan, UAE one stage, they were just 2 down in 40-50 odd, and then they collapsed. And UAE captain, in fact, said at the press conference that we were in awe of the Indian side, and I think that was the biggest reason that we stumbled, and that was the biggest reason that we collapsed. So that's the aura now that Indian bowlers and Indian team has. But yes, it will be a big moment, historic moment, and a big exposure for the Omani team and the players.
Definitely a big moment and a bigger, we can say, the learning curve for this Oman team, because playing against India, the best T20 format team, the #1 team in the world itself, it's a big achievement for them, and definitely they will learn. They will, when they will share the field with the best in the business, definitely it's going to help them. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining us and giving a wonderful perspective on this match and also on the handshake row. Thanks a lot for joining us. So that's all in our special broadcast, the battle for the Asian glory, and we'll keep updating you about the match and all the updates from the Asia Cup with our special broadcast. Until then, keep watching DD News, and we will give you all the updates regarding the Asia Cup. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.